Hello, welcome back. Happy Thursday. I hope your day is going well. I hope you was able to get outside sometime this week and get some of that good old sun. We already have cards coming out. I just wanted to get a quick energy check and see how you guys are doing. We have divine flow. Eventually, one sublime desire takes precedence over all others to follow the Tahoe, the divine flow at all cost. Ooh. Underneath the deck, freedom, divine flow and freedom. Freedom says, I no longer want this fiery ring of resentment to block the good. Release me from its bonds. Ooh, ooh. So with divine flow, I am picking up that you are tapping into your magic. You are tapping into your manifestation energy. You are also trusting that the universe is placing you in position to be able to see your freedom. And whatever you have gone through, you are releasing yourself from that because you're trusting yourself enough to allow the divine to work for you instead of you working against yourself or working against the universe. Because there is ways where you can work against yourself. The freedom is of understanding that you do not have to carry anything that doesn't belong to you. You can get off the ride at any time. But some of us choose to want to help others get off the ride instead of just worrying about yourself getting off the ride and then extending that olive branch for others to get off if they choose to, because not everybody is ready to get off the Ferris wheel or the merry-go-round. They choose to be stuck in that momentum because it's something that they're used to. They're not used to the divine flow that is within them. They're not used to the freedom that they deserve. They rather be stuck and trapped instead of enjoying being released and seeing a new perspective from a free kind of way and not in the restraints of the hamster wheel or the merry-go-round or just in general doing the same stuff and expecting different outcomes. When you change up the flow, new outcomes are able to flow in. All right, let's get a couple of tarot cards on divine flow and freedom. Make sure you check out my TikTok channel. I'm going to link it or pin it in the comment area. I'm also really thinking about going live and doing live pullings where you can ask questions and I can pull some cards and get some energy on it and give you some advice. So if this is something that you're interested in, leave a heart in the comment. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and start doing that. So let me know. All right. Can I get a card for divine flow? What do we need to know about divine flow? We have the Page of Swords. This is something new that's coming in. It is new clarity. It is a new way of seeing things. And the page is like the baby. It's like, okay, you have the divine flow and you have the freedom, but it's like, now what do I do? How do I work through this? Because me wielding my own sword is something that is new. If you know tarot from the ace to the 10, you're battling with yourself, and the sword is of mental, your mental, of what's going on in your mind. So your mind can play tricks on you, but as the Page of Sword, it's like I seen and I know, but now that I know, how do I continue on in this new energy without bringing what I had left behind? Because now as the page is like starting back over at square one. You know what I'm saying? But you have new insight and new intuitions on how you need to move now. The divine flow is within you. You're learning how to use your solar plex and trust your gut and trust yourself. Underneath the deck, we have temperance, because you know how to create balance now. That is the divine flow, is knowing how to create this balance and this ebb and flow within yourself. Also tapping into the light and the darkness within you, because you have to be able to flow easily within the light and easily within the dark when you're getting through things. You're learning how to flow with it instead of working against yourself. All right. And as an honorable mention, we have the Ten of Swords as well. I'm going to put it back in the deck. If it's meant to come out, it'll come out. But this is where the page came from. The surrender of, yeah, I'm no longer doing this. This is an end that is creating this new beginning, which is absolutely beautiful. All right, let's pull, excuse me. All right, let's pull a clarifier on I'm not going to take these, the Page of Swords. What does the Page of Swords need us to know about this divine flow? Learning how to walk away with your own cup. Now, this person, she could have took all the cups, but she chose to only take her cup. Because sometimes you don't have to pour into everybody's cup or fill everybody's cup. Sometimes you just have to take your cup and fill your cup. That's divine flow. You are the divine flow. Because people will seek you for your knowledge and not really put it into work. We have the Queen of Wands underneath the deck, and that's going within the shadow aspects of yourself by going to fill your cup. Because that's where the reservoir is at, in the darkness, in the shadows, where nobody can see. Because should nobody know where you are filling your cup at? Unless y'all are ready to divulge that information. And that's within yourself, is doing the shadow work with yourself and going deeper within yourself to heal different parts, or is in relationships, knowing when to take your cup and pour back into yourself. And in pouring back into yourself, you're healing yourself and you are gaining knowledge. But both parties should be taking their cup and then bringing their cups together, like the Two of Cups. Hey, what did you go through? What did you learn? What did you go through and what did you learn? Not, I have a cup that is overflowing and you just stick your cup underneath there and get it without even putting in any work. And a lot of people fill their cup up on other people's energy, water, earth, all the elements. They are getting it from you. But if you know your divine flow, you know how to just give what is cascading off your cup and not what's truly in your cup. Because what's in your cup, you work hard to get that. You work hard to fill up what is yours to be able to overflow. Yeah. Shout outs to you who are, shout out to those who are doing that shadow work, that are going within, that are really handling business. It's not an easy thing to go through. And especially when you're going through it by yourself, because don't nobody understand what it is that you're experiencing, and you don't even know how to talk to somebody about what it is that you're going through without you feeling like, oh, people just gonna think I'm crazy. No, no. Anything and everything that we are experiencing as a collective, it is meant to be experienced. It's meant to be felt. It's meant to be able to find the people that vibrate on the same frequency as you. Because if somebody can't understand the divine flow and the freedom that you feel within yourself, they're just gonna feel like you just trying to be over them or um, make them feel some type of way, when it's never that. You truly want people to elevate. As you're elevating, you want others to elevate with you. But the truth is that sometimes everybody is not meant to go with you, and the ones that are meant to go with you, they will start to put that work in, and you will see them when they're putting that work in. Some may disappear for a while, and some may come to you and blow your mind with what they're experiencing, because they trust themselves. They trust that I got to get through this journey. If I truly want this freedom, I have to go through the journey, and I got to experience it. But I would love to have somebody that I could talk to that is on that same level and maybe going through it, maybe starting it, and maybe coming up out of it. Because this is going to keep you're going to keep doing this. This is the death and rebirth. Every time when you start to do that shadow work and you go within and you start to heal different pieces of yourself, and you start to wipe away or get rid of the stuff that was like, okay, why am I holding this? Three of Wands. The ships are coming in now. You know how to flow. The ships have somewhere to flow to. They feel the freedom. They feel the magnetism that you hold at this time. When you are a magnet, people see you as the freedom. They see you as the flow. And everybody want a piece of that. Some people are worth it. Because some people, you give them a spark, or you help them spark, or you give them that gem, and it's the start, and they run with it. Because all it took was for somebody to say, hey, I see you, I believe in you, I know what it is. But you could say that to somebody and they still not believe it, but expect you to do the work. All right, let's get one for freedom. Let's get one for freedom. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Four of Cups is not accepting just any old cup. She's collecting her cups, but she's also meditating on it to see if this cup is even worth taking. Because every cup that's being offered doesn't mean you have to take it. That's your freedom. The freedom to choose. Free will. Absolutely. We have the Two of Wands making a plan. Making a plan. Making a plan to choose the right cup. Absolutely. Because we got the Seven of Cups, which is multiple cups you could choose from. Some are good and some are bad. But if you meditate on what it is that you're trying to bring in your master plan, you want to make sure you're choosing the right cup and having the freedom to slow down before making decisions. Actually, really listening to yourself. Look at that. We have Justice underneath the deck. For justice and freedom to come out, it's like justice was served. Now you're ready for this divine flow. You know how to slow down. You know how to pick and choose the cups that are worthy to be filled. Or having people that do come to you with their cup and they're asking you instead of thinking that they're supposed to get it. And having a plan or how you're going to do this. Now that you're collecting these cups, what's the plan? What is your plan with them? You have no restraints because you did the work to free yourself. Is there anything else we need to know about freedom? All right. What's the advice? What's the advice? What's the advice? Get out of lack mindset and plan on you going through this gate to get what is truly yours. When you come out of this negative mindset, this lack mindset, you figure out that the door to these pinnacles were always open. It just needed you to trust in yourself to believe that you can get on the other side of this gate. You have the mental the mental lock on this gate when the gate is not even locked at all. It's just asking you to put the work in to push it open and come on in. But you're trying to figure out how you're going to teleport over here on the other side, or how do you get on the other side, and you're not even looking at your surroundings. Oh, wow. Yeah. Judgment. You keep judging how you're supposed to get over there instead of just doing the action and doing it. That's crazy. What's the outcome? What's the outcome? Celebrating. The Three of Cups. The Three of Cups have been hot today. A celebration is coming. There is a coming together at the end of this with mental clarity, with the Queen of Swords underneath the deck. Trusting in your own sword, trusting in your own mind, and knowing when you are not being truthful to yourself. Because if you're not being truthful to yourself, then you're not going to be truthful to anybody else. It's okay to be this Queen of Swords and say no. She don't take nothing. She's the off with your heads. Heads will roll sort of energy. Because she understands that she's not going to play with you. So you shouldn't play with yourself. This is where we're at. Divine flow and freedom. Celebrating the victory that we have gone through. Is there anything else we need to know? Remain in control of you at the end of the day. Know when to pour in, know when to step back. Honoring the journey to freedom. You know what that is. Having grace and space and compassion. Using your heart. Make sure you're listening and use your third eye. This is you controlling you. And controlling how you show up. That's beautiful. Let's get a couple of oracle cards to close us out. Reward and recognition. Congratulations. Your hard work will soon pay off and take you in the direction of your dreams. Acknowledge your efforts and own your power. freedom right here. This is the divine flow, is this reward. The freedom is recognizing that you have free will to make this happen for you. Reflection. You are being asked to reflect on your recent choices. What lessons have they taught you? Reflections is the mirror to your soul's growth. Use it to deepen your understanding and your intuition. Absolutely. That was going ahead and taking your cup and moving it back to refill it for yourself. And reflect that what worked and reflect on what didn't work for you. That's beautiful. Release judgment. Holding on to judgment, whether yourself or others, only cloud your vision. Release it and see the world and your path with clearer eyes. Absolutely. Release the judgment of holding on to other people's stuff. Release the judgment of you feeling some type of way about something that you may have done that you didn't even know you was doing. We would judge ourselves harder than anybody else would judge ourselves, because we would criticize ourselves for not showing up for ourselves, for allowing somebody else or some other entity or even our own mind to stop us from having this freedom and having this divine flow, being stuck in our head and not living out loud. And because one of these cards had souls, where's it at? What's some? I'm gonna get a soul's journey card, because I could have swore I said the word souls. Oh, that's too many. But I wanted you to love did come out. Absolutely. Okay, there we go. Death. I'm learning that endings are merely beginnings. Then we said this at the beginning with the Page of Swords, is you're in a new energy now. You did the work, you completed it, and now you're at the beginning all over again, but with the tools that you need. We also have patience. I accept the things that happen. I accept that everything happens in divine order, divine flow, divine order. Patience. You have patience with yourself and you have patience with others in the midst of all of this. But you also are having patience with others catching up to what it is that they're supposed to be, like their soul's purpose, or how to get out of being stuck in this repetitive energy. Empathy. I am open to seeing both sides of a situation. This is that Temperance card. Always have empathy, compassion, understanding for others and yourself along this journey, because at the end of the day, we're all human. We're living a human experience right now. So with that, I leave you with love, light, and balance. Be well till we meet again. And again, if you would like for to come over to my TikTok side, I'm gonna do a live sometime this weekend, maybe on Saturday, and leave me a heart if it's something that you're interested in, and let's start reading some energies live. With that, I leave you with love, light, and balance. Be well.